Grand Rising, dear family. Shalom to everything in reality. I'm God's first lieutenant, and I got a message I need to deliver to you. This video is simply going to be titled, The Moral Zone Battleground Parable. This is going to be one of my trump card explanations. Why? Why do I want to reveal one of my trump card explanations? To help stop World War III. Why do I want to help stop World War III? Because I care about life. So, this video is going to be called The Moral Zone Battleground Parable. What do I mean by Moral Zone Battleground Parable? Let's break it down all the way to the point where it's dissected into a positioning where it cannot be forgotten ever again, if you'd wish to watch it and learn and or hear it. So remember these things real quick and connect these four words with the major four energies. Connect these four words with the major four energy dispositions: moral, zone, battleground, parable. Those four words, connect them with the four major energy dispositions. What are the four major energy dispositions? Good, balance, negative, and positive. Good was positive, balance, negative, and stagnant or dead. Now, I'm going to break it down like this. Those four words: morals, 1. Zone, 2. Battleground, a compound word. What is a compound word? A compound word is two words put together into one. For example, base, ball, foot, ball, long, suffering, Galatians 5:16-26. Remember, the lies are in everything. And/or battle, grounds, you see. And then the fourth one, parable. I'm just going to explain each one of those words before I move forward. What is a moral? What are morals? Morals literally defines as concerned with the principles of right or wrong behavior or the goodness or badness of human character. I personally do not prefer to use the word concern to label and describe what the word morals is, but I get it, the artificial infrastructure. However, change it up. Time to fight back. Moving forward. So here, I recommend we change the word concern to awareness. Why do I recommend we change the word concern to awareness? Think about it. The word concerned, what it means is to be fearful of or worried about something. So now let's put it together. To be fearful with the principles of right or wrong behavior or the goodness or badness of human character. So what does that mean? To be fearful of the good principles of character and behavior, and or to be fearful of the bad principles, good principles or bad principles of right or wrong behavior, or good principles or bad, the good principles of, to be fearful of the good principles of behavior and character, or to be fearful of the bad principles of character and behavior. Good principles or bad principles. Fearful of each one of them. Two of them. Good or bad, right? To be fearful of the good or fearful of the bad. Either one. You're fearful of them because you're concerned with them. You're not aware, you're just concerned with them. I recommend we change the word concern to awareness. Now here's why. Now hear how it would sound if you use the word awareness as I recommend. The morals naturally defines literally as awareness with the principles of right or wrong behavior, or in the goodness or badness of human character. Awareness with the principles of right and wrong behavior. Awareness with the principles of right and wrong behavior, in the goodness or badness of human character. Now, why do I use the word awareness? What is awareness literally defined as? Awareness literally defines as knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. Knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. I like to combine the word wisdom with awareness. Wise awareness. Wise awareness. What would it define as then? Having or showing knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. Because what is the word wisdom defined as? Having or showing knowledge, experience, or good judgment. The experience and the good judgment will be in your situation. The experience and the good judgment will be in your situation if you combine the word wisdom with awareness. The experience and the good judgment will be in your situation. Therefore, it would define as. So wise awareness would define as having or showing the knowledge or perception of a situation or fact. Because remember, your knowledge and your perception comes from a place of good and balance, of goodness and balance. Moving forward. So, how would it sound now? Awareness with the principles of right or wrong behavior or the goodness or badness of human character. So it would sound like this. That means you would have knowledge or perception of good character and or behavior, And then you would also have knowledge or perception of bad principles of character and behavior. You follow what I'm saying? You just have knowledge of them both. You wouldn't be fearful of them both. You had knowledge of them both. Long story short, you wouldn't be fearful of them both. You had knowledge of them both. Knowledge of good character, knowledge of the principles of good character and behavior, knowledge of the bad principles of good character, knowledge of the bad principles of character and behavior. Real simple, you see. Words that'll stop World War III. Now, what's the next word? Because I want before I move forward, the first word, remember, is morals, and the video is the moral zone battleground parable. The moral zone battleground parable. So what is the zone, real quick? Just the area. Spiritual. This is what is relating to and or affecting the human spirit or soul. That's the zone I am talking to get these words inside of. This, once again, these words, this moral zone, this zone that I'm talking to you about, the zone that I am telling you where your morals are, your awareness of right or wrong behavior, or the goodness or badness of human character. The zone is spiritual. The zone is spiritual. It's a spiritual zone battle. This is a spiritual zone battle. This is a battleground. Once again, moving to the next word, third thing. This is a battleground of what is supposed to be right inside of your mind and leading you in the right direction, or what is wrong inside of your mind, leading you in the wrong direction. You want the right thing to lead you in the right direction, not the wrong thing to lead you in the right direction. Stop allowing the wrong thing to lead you in what you believe or feel like is the wrong direction, right direction. The wrong thing is not the right direction. The wrong thing is not the right direction. That makes no sense at all. What is wrong and what is right. Right? Moving forward. And now, parable. What is a parable? A parable is literally a short story used to illustrate a moral or spiritual lesson. That's what the literal definition of it is. I also see a problem in that definition. We don't need to be illed into any direction. We don't need to be sickened into any direction. We don't need to be poisoned into any direction. We don't need to be fearful of anything nor poisoned into anything. We don't need to be fearful of anything. We don't need to be poisoned into anything. You see, everything is designed to ensure you fall and sink deeper into a bottomless pit of low spiritual energetic vibrations. Low sevs. So remember, I recommend we say this now. For the literal definition of a parable, or a natural parable would be a short story used to label and describe moral and or spiritual upliftance. That's what I consider a parable to be. And now, I have a parable here that I'm going to use to help encourage you all to lift your spirits to a balanced moral disposition. Balanced moral disposition, and or a balanced and good moral disposition. That's what these words are going to do now to help end World War III. First off, what are these moral dispositions I just spoke of? And how does this battleground work? What is this battleground set up of? How does it consist of? What's the places you can stand in within this battleground or within this field? What are the positions you can fight in, so to speak? What are they? 4 things, once again. The 4 major energy dispositions. You don't necessarily have to fight in them, neither. You don't have to necessarily physically fight in them. It's just becoming aware of it and how it works. And how it works with you and how you can apply it to your day-to-day lives. All of these lessons come from the King of Kings. So, first, the positive energy disposition. Second, the balanced energy disposition. Third, the negative energy disposition. And fourth, the dead energy disposition. Remember, if your foundation of knowledge comes from a place of goodness, it will not be to anything harmful at all. And it will be justifiable and or acceptable to the society you are in, most likely. Second, balance. Anything balanced you are going to do. Balance is literally how to keep something upright and steady, up in righteousness and steady within the righteousness. So that means up in good grounds and steady within the good grounds. Nothing knocking you off your pivot at all. And then the third, the negative disposition, the one that wants to knock you off of your pivot by any means. Rejected in every way possible. And here is an idea and or a way in regards to how you can do it. Knowing how the battleground is set up so you can have the knowledge and or awareness and or perception you need properly to cast it out, reject it, and keep it away. Stop it and keep it away. This is all spiritual, internal work, though. It's still spiritual, internal work, you see. That's what this is, spiritual and internal work. You do not do the wrong thing to do anymore. And then the fourth one is the dead energy. I need to explain something about this dead energy real quick. Here's something that's going to tie into it as well to make it make more sense. I need you all to come back to more senses. That's how you beat this. That's how we going to beat this. You come back to more senses. So about this dead energy real quick. So right now, currently, after everything I have studied and validated as well, what we are experiencing, every second we are experiencing it, is the first time in history it has ever truly physically happened, ever. The moment we are in right now is the first time this moment has ever happened at any moment in history, ever. Meaning it'll never happen again. Meaning you'll never get it again. Meaning it'll never be what it could have been for you in that moment that you wanted it to be, ever again. If that makes sense to you. So, we are in a position to realize, with all of the history attached to the situation, and since I am talking about what's spiritual, I'm going to go to the ideas of theories in regards to the cosmic mother and all of the religious beliefs you have and things of that nature, all of the stories you've been told since you were a child about something that will swoop through the air and punish you if you don't follow the wrong directions. You see. So, with that being said, you have to realize this demon is no longer in the sky or in any kind of position of power to wipe any universes at all. Meaning this universe, the way it is perfect and cannot be destroyed and or altered and or corrupted by anything, honestly. It's free. And it's just good for us right here and right now. What am I getting at ultimately, man? If we all make the proper choice to do the right thing and or the good thing now, we will have peace for all eternity. Because there is nothing in the universe or the cosmos at all stopping us from having peace at all. Said it all twice, 3. Nothing in the universe is stopping us from having peace anymore. Long story short, nothing is. Nothing is stopping us from having peace. So that means if we choose to go that route right now, currently, if we choose to stand on the peaceful route right now, currently, which is a good and balanced moral disposition, if we choose to stand on a good and balanced moral disposition right now, currently, we will have peace for all of eternity. Or, if you choose to stand on the negative, evil, dead disposition right now, currently, and bring about World War III, everyone will die and we will be dead for all of eternity. No, it ain't gonna be no coming back. World War III is going to be the worst war in all of history. All of history. No other war is going to be worse than it. Everybody will die. Everybody will. The cosmic devil's way of a universal wipe. If you all do not jump to the proper disposition, if you all do not choose and or select the proper moral dispositional grounds for all of your habitual choices to stem from, you are going to die. Care about your life. Make better choices with it. Make better choices in it. Here's a parable in regards to how. You have to lift your spirits up, meaning go from your negative, evil, dead dispositions to a balanced, good moral disposition. Stop living in your evil, dead moral dispositions because they're not even real. They're fake and artificial. Evil cannot be morally sound. Evil cannot be morally sound. Evil cannot be morally sound. It can only be immoral. It can only be immoral. Evil can only be immoral. Evil can only be immoral. Evil cannot be moral at all. You have to come back to a morally balanced, good disposition. You have to make all of your habitual choices from those grounds. You have to. Here's what I'm gathering real quick. Speaking of Cosmic Mother story. So right now, currently, here's why I really put the idea out here that you should do this. Because your morally good foundational grounds, your morally good zone, yeah, there we go. Your morally good energy zones, your morally good energy zone is the zone of the true Most High God of the universe. Positive energy, positive energy. The positive energy moves into the universe or shines into the universe or vibrates its light into the universe or vibrates its prana and or Brahman into through the universe, into through the ether of the universe, into through the ether of the universe to become light. The positive energy of the universe nucleates and or vibrates and or creates and or pushes into the universe, the ethereal universe, its Brahman and or Brahman energy to become light. This is what I personally believe. You don't have to believe it if you don't want to. And then the light itself. What is light first? Light, literally speaking, is a natural agent which stimulates sight and makes things visible. Light is what gives me my right to see you naturally. Random thought. I am morally entitled to a fully melanated woman. Moving forward. Natural light. Light is a natural agent which stimulates sight and makes things visible. That is what light is. You know, I only started learning any and all of these things that I'm learning to figure out how to make a woman happy. Moving forward, light literally is a natural agent which stimulates sight and makes things visible. And now I see, one more time, the only way that I can honestly make a woman happy is if I fix everything that is wrong and then get her. Moving forward now for good. So, the only way we stop in World War III is if everybody alive right now currently, for one, stays that way, two, chooses the right things to do from here on out, and three, live and let live. My brother, I appreciate that conversation I had with you. A very simple notion. Live and let live. Just live and let live. If you want to talk about just do something, then just do that. Live and let live. Just live and let live. But real quick, because the religious folk, man, I gotta say certain things out loud because of the religious family on the planet. The melanated religious people on the planet, or all religious people on the planet, doesn't matter really. Every last one of you have to think about a soul theocracy to manifest. You have to think about the soul theocracy. You have to think about it. Here, take these words now. The soul theocracy, soul theocracy, theocracy mind, soul heart, theocracy mind, soul heart. It's where everybody on the planet is practicing is practicing habitually within a natural, balanced, good disposition, morally, naturally, moral and balanced disposition to do good. What am I ultimately getting at, man? We need to choose to make God our foundation and settle in it. We need to settle in God being our foundation. This is what I'm ultimately trying to get at here. We need to choose to allow settling in the foundation of God to happen. We need to allow that to happen. Foundation of God. Yes, settling God's foundation, settling God's foundation, settling God's kingdom, settling God's kingdom. Did you realize our entire reality is supposed to be God's kingdom, but it's not? So that means it's unsettled, right? What is peace? Peace is freedom from disturbance, tranquility, freedom from wars, or if you're in a state where war has ended. Freedom from disturbance, freedom from disturbance, freedom from disturbance. What is disturbance? Disturbance is an unsettling of a calm and peaceful condition. Unsettling of a calm and peaceful condition. You know, without all of this unsettling out here, without all this World War III propaganda unsettling out here, everything would be settled. God's kingdom would be manifested in our foundation. Settled. Settled. Real quick, I missed a point though earlier. Principles. What is a principle? A principle literally is a fundamental truth or proposition that serves as the foundation for a system of beliefs or behavior, or for a chain of reasoning. Beliefs, mentality, behavior, heart, chain of reasoning, physical actions. Why do I say a chain of reasoning is for the physical actions? Because of what the word reasoning literally means. The word reasoning literally means the act of thinking about something in a logical, sensible way, as I am doing right now currently. Who is God for us logically? Our foundation. Our foundation is love. What is love? A disposition to do good. A disposition to do good. Disposition to do good. To do good. To do good. A foundation. That's what a disposition is. A foundation for inclination or tendency. Inclination or tendency is what a disposition is, foundationally. So if you got an inclination or tendency to do good, and you are in love with, and you love yourself, then that means you have an inclination or tendency to do good to yourself. And however many more selves are out here, about 8 billion, right? Imagine if 8 billion people had inclinations and or tendencies to do good to themselves. Long story short here. This is what I mean, how we need to get settled in God's kingdom. We need to settle ourselves in God's kingdom. We need to settle ourselves in God's kingdom. But the thing is, it's unsettled right now due to the negative evil dead people, due to the negative evil dead spiritual and morally people. I said that wrong. So, how can we settle ourselves in God's kingdom? Become aware of God's kingdom, reawakening. Respect God's kingdom, meaning respect love. Respect love. That's what I am telling you to do over and over. I am trying to tell every single person alive on this planet to respect love. That's all I'm doing. I am trying to tell Vladimir Putin to respect love. I am trying to tell Donald Trump to respect love. I am trying to tell Joe Biden to respect love. I am trying to tell everybody in Ukraine to respect love. I am trying to tell all of the melanated sellouts who are these evil people's disposable gloves to respect love. That's all I'm telling you to do. Respect love, a disposition to do good to yourself. An inclination and or tendency to do good to yourself. That's all I'm telling you. Over and over again in a lot of ways. Settle in God's kingdom. And then accept God's kingdom. First, you got to become aware of God's kingdom. Reawakening. Then you have to settle in God's kingdom. Respect love. Reincarnation. Then prepare for the third one. Because once you get past the first two, as soon as you get ready to come to this part right here, what knocked you out of your abilities to do this naturally in the first place will be right there to knock you back out of it again. They do not want you happy and healthy at all. They only want you suffering until you end. Evil, dead people only want you suffering till you end. Till you are like them, fighting for equality, remember? So, stand in God's kingdom and settle in there, meaning respect it, and prepare for the resurrection, meaning the rejection of all evil. Because once you come to your full senses, which is what I am telling you about right now, once you come all the way back to your senses, what's going to ultimately happen is the evil that knocked you out of them will be right there to knock you back out of them again. Prepare for the resurrection. The third part, what may end up being a genetic war. Because once we convince the melanated sellouts, stop allowing evil people to wear you as disposable gloves, and they actually choose to do it, which is what I kind of doubt, because you are all so addicted to selling your own people out for a couple of monopoly bucks. You're also addicted to selling your own people out for a couple of monopoly bucks. Yeah, meaning fairy tale game money. Due to those desires and your greed and your habitual pride for the manna of the world versus the spirit inside of you, you are going to be hard to reach. And or you're going to be hard to take the hand out of you known as the oppressive body who is wearing you like a disposable glove so you can do all of their dirty work for them. Ruin your own people's lives for the sake of the oppressor's games. That's what the melanated sellouts are, disposable gloves for the oppressive body. Every melanated sellout in this world, you're a disposable glove for the oppressive body. That's exactly what you are. Moving forward. So, we need to make God the kingdom, the foundation we settle in. Foundation is of the heart. Our habitual natures to do good to ourselves and good for ourselves versus the sellouts who want to be disposable gloves. We need to be doing good for ourselves. That's what God's kingdom is for ourselves. And then the resurrection. And then the final one, to be able to have this globally, meaning we don't have anywhere else to live other than within what is good for us. We have nowhere else to live other than what is completely good and natural and great for us. Renewal, reawakening, reincarnation, resurrection, renewal, domination of the good grounds, domination of the grounds we stand on. No more dead grounds, no more death, immortality. No one dies anymore, immortality. If you want to embark on that kind of quest. Because logically speaking, we're not supposed to be dying. You can believe whatever you want, though. I just believe logically speaking. Actually, I just know logically speaking, we're not supposed to be dying at all. So live to be what? 2,000, 3,000, millions and millions and millions of years old. And choose to go when you want to. You can choose to give up your ghost whenever you want to. That's how immortality would work to me. Meaning the spirit soul, you, the true you, has absolute control even over death. That's what I believe we should stand. Where we belong. So, I am trying to, moving forward though, real quick though, before I go on to something else, I want to finish, because God is the foundation and or the kingdom we settle in. What is God's foundation? His qualities, abilities, and or achievements. Qualities, abilities, and or achievements, QAA. What is reward respect defined as? Reward respect defines as a deep feeling of admiration for someone or something elicited by their qualities, abilities, or achievements. A deep feeling of admiration for something or someone or something elicited by their qualities, abilities, and achievements. What are God's qualities, abilities, and or achievements? Qualities, peace, love, unity, and advancement. Abilities, gives life, and the abilities to live them accurately. Achievements, what's good, beautiful, normal, and natural. Or those can be the qualities. However you like to see it, it makes no difference. It's just all purity, pure energy is what God is. Pure energy. What is our natural inclination and or tendency, which we are allowing our imbalanced minds to give good energy to the wrong thing. Meaning we are telling our imbalanced minds are pushing our pure hearts to give energy to the wrong thing. Meaning we are telling our pure hearts to give energy to war. We are telling our pure hearts to give energy to hatred. We are telling our pure hearts to give energy to division. We are telling our pure hearts to give energy to stagnance. And we are telling our pure hearts to give energy to destruction. You follow what I'm saying? It's a lie, in other words. We are lying to ourselves and we are lying to what our natural character is. We are lying, and we are being lied to. The lies got to come from somewhere, because if they're not coming from our mind heart space, then they have to be coming from something external of it. You follow what I'm saying? So, stand on the better disposition. Have full awareness of where your grounds are and settle in them, and don't allow anything else to disturb you and or unsettle you from those good dispositional grounds. Next. Yahweh Shai Yeshua, the sun, the light of the universe. As I said, the positive energy shines through the ether of the universe to become light. The positive energy shines into and or vibrates through the universe. The prana and or Brahman of the positive energy vibrates through the universe to become light. Shocks into existence, shocks into the universe. You see, circular light, curvature light. This is what I believe to make it more simpler. So, That becomes our mind there. The light is the life in men. The light is the life in men. But light and life are both one in the same place. Light is spirit, life is soul. Light is spirit, life is soul. Light is spirit and/or conscious mind. Life is soul and/or subconscious mind, you see. And a principle, fundamental truth, or proposition that serves as the foundation of a system for the system of belief, behavior for a chain of reasoning. Belief, behavior for a chain of reasoning. There go that word behavior again, like in Wisdom Morals, right? This is the moral battlegrounds. I'm just setting the stage out here. I'm just setting the stage for us all to stand on and fight well properly and fighting well and properly within. I pray this is making sense to you. So we all need to stand on balanced, good grounds to fight off the evil dead grounds, to fight off the evil dead people from trying to get us off of our grounds and conquer them. God's kingdom is literally connected to our spiritual feet. Why are we allowing something like what is evil dead externally to knock us off of our own spiritual feet? I mean, the grounds are connected to our feet. Like we walk, and like as we're walking, the grounds are like moving as we're lifting our legs. They're still connected to it. We're all constituents of the true God, long story short. You can see it however you like to see it. You follow what I'm saying? But the reality is this. What is external of us is trying to conquer our good grounds. But our grounds are connected to our good grounds. Our grounds are connected to our good soul. You follow what I'm saying? So the longer if we keep allowing it to try, it's going to put us in a position where everything is going to be completely dead, meaning a physical universal wipe, meaning the reality we are in will be turned into a black hole where nothing lives, nothing exists. I don't know if there's a difference between a white hole and it doesn't make no difference, but here, we need to stop this, but it starts in the mind. So we need to accept respecting our inner hearts, our inner heart of hearts, versus respecting the external demon's orders. It's so simple, y'all. Change of heart. Change of dispositional grounds. Choose balance and good dispositional moral grounds. Everybody do it. Just choose differently than what you are doing right now. Choose to do differently than what you are doing right now. You have the ability to choose it. But the thing is, you have to remove the splinters from your inner eye so you can see where to choose. So you can see where is the proper area to choose or how to properly choose and or how to properly speak to one another. Doesn't matter which language you speak. We all want the same thing at the end of the day. Real peace. And when everybody respects love and or when everybody respects what they are, because love is what you are, when everybody follows the ideas of my Yahweh Shai, John 14:6, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Hebrews 13:8, I never change from what I am personally, meaning peace, respect, balance, and progression. When everybody taps into these ideas mentally and plugs them into thine heart space, meaning the reconnection, resurrection, that'll be the resurrection. So the reawakening, reincarnation, resurrection, renewal. That'll be the reincarnation there. Reconnecting thy reconnecting thy mind's ideas with thy heart's ideas. Your heart is serving you for the good. So why are you allowing things to imbalance you so you can serve you for the bad? That makes no sense. It makes no logical functionality sense. Stop doing what is wrong. Start doing what is right. Stop doing what is wrong. Start doing what is right. What's right? Literally speaking, right is what's morally good, justifiable, or acceptable. That is what the literal definition of the word right means. So why not make it your dispositional grounds to stand on for life? Because if you choose to stand on these good grounds for life, you choose peace for all eternity. But if you choose to stand on the wrong grounds for even a moment or two longer, then you will lead us all into chaos and death and destruction for all of eternity. Meaning we won't be able to get out of it ever again. Meaning this is the last chance you got. Meaning after this ain't no more do-overs. There was never any do-overs. The more you push the evil dead ideas into the world, the more you destroy it for all eternity. 432,000 years of artificial intelligence slavery. World War III, all humanity becomes extinct due to it. Or World War III, which has weakened my family enough to where your artificial robots can enslave them no matter what they wish to do. Either way it goes, man. If you keep serving the cosmic mother's disposition, because that's what the negative evil dead disposition is, the cosmic mother's disposition alone, she will lead you into permanent damnation, suffering, and slavery. You know these things. So, recap real quick. After all that I just said, here's what I was ultimately saying. The true Most High God's moral dispositional grounds are the good, pure energy. Yahweh Shai, Yahushua, Yeshua's moral dispositional grounds, John 14:6, Hebrews 13:8, are the balanced and or upright and steady moral dispositional grounds. The devil and or cosmic mother, her moral dispositional grounds are sordid, meaning sorely dead, and they are of the evil, dead, moral dispositional grounds, meaning artificial, fake morals, because evil cannot be moral. Evil can only be immoral, the opposite of a regular moral. You see. So, do the right thing, and the right thing only habitually. Make the right thing a tendency and or inclination for you to do. Choose God and Jesus, not the devil. Period. You can do whatever you like, though. So, what is the moral of the story, or what's the conclusion to this here parable of mine that I spent 37 minutes talking about by accident again? Wasn't by accident necessarily. I was just a lot of thoughts that went there and there and there that I had to say out loud in order to make all of this make more sense and culminate into one more meaningful, absolute idea to take home with you. Here is the moral of the story. I said it 3 times in the video once before, but I need to say it at this point right here to make it to drive it home more securely and more accurately and more effectively. Here's the moral of the story here. If we choose God and Yahweh Shai to be our way, we will never allow the demon to get in it ever again. And or if we choose the positive, balanced energy to be our moral dispositional home, it will automatically give us all the power and might we need to liberate it. Home liberation. That's the whole point there. Moral of the story is home liberation. Our balanced and our good, because balance and good, they work together with each other, hand in hand. If we choose this moral dispositional grounds to be our home, where we make all of our inclinations and tendencies, where we draw all of our inclinations and tendencies from, meaning we respect love and we allow love to draw out of us, what love desires to draw out of us, which will be unity and advancement in this case, we will have the power we need to shut down the devil and or to subjugate the devil for all of eternity. Remember, this will be the first time we ever truly accomplish this mission. First time ever. One last fight. But it's your choice, though. I know I sound kind of maybe all over the place. No, I don't at all. I know. It's just that's what the culture would say. And the culture is evil and dead. But it needs to become balanced and good. Right now, currently, the culture is evil and dead and artificial. It needs to become balanced, good, and natural. Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is not a victim mentality. I'm just aware of what struck me, aware of what stricken we, and when aware of what will not stop striking us at all. All I want is my God, my normality, my wife, and my farm, and in that order. And I don't want the second thing until I get the first thing, and I dang sure don't want the third thing until I get the second thing, and so on. I don't desire to be your king. It's not about a competition with me. It's only about the awareness and knowledge in which needs to be stopped. Those strikes. I don't desire to be your king or your leader. I only desire to do or say everything in my power possible, necessary, to defend and protect you from the strikes, your artificial you. Because the only thing hitting you right now is the artificial you. Stop hitting yourself. You know what's going to happen if this works? The spirit soul you is going to strangle the artificial you to death. I should have said that like 50 times in this video, I know. But here. I don't desire to be your king or your leader. I only desire to do or say something to cause the natural spirit soul nature in you to strangle the artificial evil dead nature in you to death. Therefore, love your neighbors, you love yourself. Matthew 22:39. Defend your neighbors, you defend yourself, at least those who are worthy. Be lifted, not be less, into the spirit, and walk good forever. Peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my dear family.